And here we are.
That was
That
cool.
was pretty.
Yeah,
was
we're
really
yeah.
cool.
Look at it. We're getting all fancy now.
Look at us. Look at us on a fucking slope.
I noticed that
slope.
too.
Where the hell we are here? This way. It's on in the house. So we're not slope.
Yeah, but you get to have
It all
like, the
goes-
Infinity Gauntlet and Darth Vader behind you. Not
That's
just-
true.
Hold on.
That's
It all
true. I like to
goes
see my shirt.
downhill. I gotta get. I
Yeah,
gotta angle it back.
it's that way.
Hey everybody,
That's
welcome
fucking-
to Sunday Night Special. I'm Joe, also known as Greyhawk Grognard,
Tenkar. Yeah,
And the other Joe.
and the other
The
Joe.
other Joe.
We got a
That's why
Tenkar
I'm in
sandwich
the middle.
going.
I gotta separate the Joes.
Yes. Joe sandwich.
Ooh.
Oh man,
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah,
All
a little
right.
gay.
Dirty.
Gay. Just saying.
what are we talking about?
Oh, I don't know.
Two completely different things, apparently, based
Apparently.
on our videos on Friday.
Yeah.
Huh?
Our big coordination effort here.
We only have one problem with the setup. We don't get to see the chat.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to click the chat in there.
Yeah, you got to click the chat button.
The overlay. Click the
The
overlay.
overlay.
There's
Oh,
a
you
little,
want the overlay on it?
Yeah, people like to see the chat.
on the
How do I
replay.
get
They
the
can see
overlay
the
on the
overlay. Yeah.
Otherwise, people are only going to see the chat from our channels.
Exactly.
Well, how do I make that?
In the chat, there's a little button in the top left corner. It says overlay. It's a toggle.
Oh, show on stream. There we go.
Boom. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Yeah, that way everybody can. Everybody
There
can
you
see
go.
everybody's.
Because we got lots of peoples.
And plus, now I'm wide and short. I'm like a dwarf. So, yeah.
Yeah, now.
The weight of the show is on Joe the Lawyer's shoulders.
Yes. So I've been benching, so I'm good. Put the chat on Joe's face. Oh, thank you. Adna the Zenite says the collab videos have been great. Much appreciated,
Oh,
guys.
thank you, guys.
Yeah, we're having
That's
fun
awesome.
doing it.
That's the whole point, right? You bring, I don't know, did we figure out the math? Like 135 years of gaming together, you should have some quality.
Yeah, it was some crazy number.
You lost track. It's a lot. Yeah. It's a whole lot going. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, to address the complaints from last video, okay, I don't want to be going, the bartender doesn't have a drink. He does, technically, sort of. Looks good. Technically, it isn't.
Look at you shattering the illusion.
I'm
I
shattering
know,
the
you're
illusion
breaking
because after the live, I'm going to be having wine and cheese with the better half
Wine
as
and
we watch
cheese.
some horrible YouTube videos. So,
Oh my God. Wine and cheese. Well, I am having the illusion of drinking out of this mug.
Nice.
It says, because I'm
I am the
DM,
DM.
that's why. And however, it's water. So, yeah. So,
I'm the only one who's actually drinking. Okay, this is
yeah, you're the only one. Yeah. Hop soda. Yeah. So here's to having another night together. So
Yes.
so guys, you all watched the collab videos. We all thought we all had the same topic. We didn't by wording, but we
Right.
didn't in execution.
we kind of interpreted the wording a little differently.
and my point afterwards was, you know what? This is just like when we all started playing D&D.
Yes,
We
It's true.
all thought
it's true.
we knew what we were doing, and we all were on the same page. And then you met people from another group, and you went,
You do what?
True. That's true. And that for me, Eric, and Joe, that lasted until the early days of the OSR, believe it or not, because I was very, very small interaction with anybody with D&D. It was pretty much some dudes from high school, then a few kids in college, and then I played with the guys from college forever, right?
Mm.
And so into my 40s, I had a handful of people I'd ever played D&D with. And then when we had, the early days of the old school Renaissance and the blogs, and we started playing with each other on Google Plus and all that stuff, I'm like, wow, they're doing it way different than me.
And I used to go to cons when I was younger. So, when I was in high school, when I was in grade school, I think my first con was.
Yeah.
And, so I had a different experience of that because we had, had the cons, and then it had my friend from grade school, and then high school, and then college, and then Air Force. I mean, I just had all kinds of exposure to different groups and things. So.
Yeah, you were lucky. I had none of that until in my 40s. So you were lucky. You were lucky with that. So yeah, you're right, Eric. This was it was the same thing. We all thought we had the same exact thing because we worded our surveys the same exact way. Yeah. We interpret them completely different.
Well, nothing says we can't go over both.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love the way it played out. So
yeah. Thanks, John Miller. That's cool, man. Appreciate it. We appreciate it. Yeah, the internet built bridges within the archipelago of D&D. That's quite poetic there, Dietis. That's
really
poetic.
Yeah, so you got to stop it, man. You're gonna.
You must be puffing the good stuff over there if you're going all kinds of poetic on us at 9 p.m. here. You know,
he uses his mouth prettier than a $20 whore.
Oh, gosh, darn it! Well, you've just gone into the PG-13.
So much for monetization.
Listen, like, subscribe to all 3 channels. You know the deal.
Yes. All 3 channels.
I'll repeat that at the hour mark if I remember. By the way, if I sound like I'm losing my voice, the cold hit midnight last night as I was recording some of this week's videos.
That sucks.
So, yeah, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm only recording the 2 I've got down. All right, yeah. I'll get more in.
Yeah. That sucks. So what's everyone doing out there in the audience? Anything new with y'all? Anything fun, exciting? Anything going on in your lives? Let us know. Too much highbrow to the chat. You're right, my man.
You're right. You know,
very lowbrow group, dude.
You know, some bars have like the swear jar. We should have the highbrow jar. You make highbrow comments, you gotta throw a
super chat,
5 cents in the kitty.
Or a super chat. Really you say the wrong thing. Super chat. There you go. Joe B, you got a question, Joe?
Yes. Yes, I've actually got 2 more modules coming on in that series because I did the first one, War from the Stars, and I kind of set up this isolated little part of the Great Kingdom, and I put up this valley and whatever, and I did one part of the valley. The next one's going to be the other half of the valley, and I'm going to do one on a town that's in there. So you'll have a whole mini setting full of Cthulhu, Lovecraftian stuff in Greyhawk. In its own isolated little thing, because everybody for Lovecraft, everybody focuses on tentacles and the deep ones and the ocean and stuff, but most of his stuff took place in like the backwoods of Massachusetts. And I wanted to capture that, where it was just like this backwater, not near the ocean at all. It's just all these haunted woods and hills and everything. And that's what I was really going for. But yes, 2 more are coming. Don't ask me when. I've got so many projects I'm working on right now. I couldn't even begin to say.
That's cool.
Damn. By the way, everybody should be Valamir Cleaver. Sub to all 3 channels. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it. It's really helped.
Just saying. Yes, Mike, 3 grogs, walk into a tavern. It's already started.
Well, at our age too, we're walking in, we're limping in, maybe, or holding our back, grabbing something, make sure
about our sciatica,
holding a railing.
You're gonna see me rolling my shoulder because I got a herniated disc, and I made the mistake of bringing water in from the car, like flats of water, and
no,
screwed myself up there.
That sucks.
Best investment I did was a car with heated seats. So whenever I drive, it's like, I don't care if it's 90 degrees outside and I got the AC blowing, my heated seat is on.
Nice.
Just to loosen my back.
Yeah, I've got one of these. Look at that. We're old enough that we're talking about our medical stuff here. Where we've become my parents. Yep. I've got this special pillow for your for your neck, and my God, it's like a miracle.
Yeah.
It's got like it keeps your neck completely straight, and it's got, oh my God, I want to bring it with me every time I travel.
Nice. Mike and Frort, is that how you say it? Mike Necrofent? Definitely do it.
Necrofent, yeah.
I thought about it for a long time before I did it. We met up with Eric and I and Rach. We had a Professor Dungeon Master in New York. And I said, dude, what's it like? What do you got to do? Blah, blah, blah. We hadn't done it. Eric, I think, had started his. And I was like, well, what? And he's like, just fucking do it. And it took me another 1.5 years before I did it. And I regret that because I would have had, 1.5 years more fun doing this stuff. So just fucking do it.
And nothing says you have to jump into it. I did like my first video and then I waited a few weeks and I did another one. And, you don't have to start off immediately I'm doing 3 videos a week. Come on.
No.
Do it at your own.
Find your rhythm.
Yes.
All right. And by the way, I'm going to speak for all of us. If you are friends with us on social media and you have questions about starting a channel, message one of us. We don't bite.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yep.
our advice might not be any better than anybody else's advice, but we've been there. So I'm going to just the advice, the basic advice: start.
Yes.
Don't worry about the lighting. Don't worry about the camera, the script.
Yep.
Start.
You don't need any.
Whatever you're going to talk about, whatever you're doing a video on, be passionate.
Yeah. That's it.
Don't say, I want to do videos on 2E because nobody else does it. Well, you know what? If you don't care about 2E, nobody's going to watch your shit.
Mm-hmm.
But find something that you're I'm passionate about the whole damn OSR. Right now, I'm focusing on BX because BX is just kind of hitting that sweet tooth for me. But you know, I'm going to probably pivot at some point to Arduin, but if I'm passionate enough about it, I love Arduin too.
Those guys are. I met them out at WizardCon, and they're just amazing.
Yeah.
They have.
Oh my god! Those
that con setup they had like they had literally a quarter of the room was their setup.
Yeah, they are insane. They're great people. They're up in Buffalo.
Nice.
But yeah,
my thing that I held off on because I'm like, I need to first learn how to do audio software and video software and editing pictures, and I need to learn all these things before I can start. You don't need to learn a goddamn thing. All you need is a basic bullshit camera that has a mic built into it, and you sit in front of it and you just talk to people as if they're right in front of you at a bar.
Yeah.
If you could talk to somebody at a bar and have a good conversation, pretend you're talking to them and just talk into the camera and about whatever the hell you're interested in.
Yeah, in fact,
that's all you got to do.
Talking about this because Eric just said he started using scripts.
Yeah,
and I just do everything extemporaneously. I just start rambling. That's why I get lots of ums and uhs.
Yeah,
but I think it just I talk about stuff that engages me, and it just so happens that there's a bunch of people that it also engages. So
yep.
Now, I find scripts keep me a little bit more focused. I only started using scripts recently, but then if I'm doing current news events, there's no time for a script. I'm going and I'm jumping in, and you get the pure me anyway.
Yeah.
But if you don't notice my videos, I don't edit. Okay. If I screw up, I literally start anew because it's going to take me more to edit it than to refilm it. Don't worry about things that you don't have. I don't have the technical skill.
Yeah.
Neither do we.
Yeah. I learned over time over the last few years. I don't edit shit. I think my channel's about 3 years old now. I mean, I've been on YouTube for a million years, but 3 years old. I don't edit a goddamn thing really. Within the video, like, I need to cut that out or something, unless I drop like a word that YouTube will fuck me on. You know what I mean? if I'm rambling and I drop it, I'm gonna rant and I get on a tear and I say like a bad word. It rhymes with that baseball move where you hold the bat out.
Yeah, we hold
like that. It's like, I got to cut that one out. Right?
Yes, you do. I've learned that.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I went to Professor Dungeonmaster's house. He interviewed me when Sword of Cthulhu came out.
Yeah,
and after that, I watched him edit the video.
Yeah,
and he is vicious. Every and every boom, he chops it out.
Yeah.
That quarter second is out of the video.
Yeah.
And to me, it makes it look really choppy, but that's what he wants.
That's a whole different thing. When I was talking, I did that long interview with Alexander McCree, and he used to own a web page company. What the hell was it called? I forget what the hell the thing was, but he was really into online presences and all that stuff. And he says there was research essentially that showed that there's like two types of personalities types on anything. All right, it's the ones like us where we just got there and start talking and we're like regular people. You meet any of us at a bar, this is the conversation we'd have with you, right? And then there's the other kind that's very, very, very polished, and PDM is a very polished guy. He wants every and all out of there, right? And what McCree told me though was that you can't switch between them, because the audience for each one is very different. They like that, or they don't like this. You can't be a cross talker. You can't do these kinds of videos and then jump to a PDM style and then back to this. The audience expects a certain thing, and that's what they want. Damn it,
a certain lack of sophistication.
Yeah,
That's what we offer.
Videos like
That's what we
live
got.
stream 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah. Count without the O. Do you mean count without the O?
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that
The
means.
word that you were.
The
Oh,
word,
yes.
the-
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. There you go. Yes, that's the word. That's the bad word. And something back in the more woke days, I couldn't say certain things either that I say now. So I was like, oh, crap, I can't say that. I'm going to get crucified. So yeah. And that was the gist of it. So yeah, other than that, though, I don't know the goddamn thing. So yeah, it's just easier just to be yourself because it's easier.
I will sometimes. If I'm going through a module or something and I'm flipping through looking for something and there's just like 10 seconds of silence while I'm flipping pages.
Yeah.
I'm cutting that out.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But yeah, I leave in most of the flaws.
John, welcome. Always good to see you.
Yeah. And Joe, you talking about Critical Role. That's interesting because I watched the new season dropped, I guess, a few weeks ago, and I'm like, let me see, because I never really ever watched it, because it looked phony to me. I saw one episode where Manganiello came on and he stole the hand of Vecna, chopped his character's hand off and took it, and they all went ooh ah. And I'm like, that's so fucking staged and phony bullshit. Come on. And so I thought the whole thing was, but I saw the latest first episode, 40 minutes in, I had to tap out because it was like a radio drama. I was like, maybe it wasn't always like this. And I went back to season 1, episode 1. I'm on like the 8th episode now, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Because it was before they were the Critical Role stars. It was when they were just a bunch of people who were working all day, trying to get gigs and jobs and hustle. And some of them can't make it because they're working. And they show up late and they're eating the pizza in front of everybody, dripping the grease on their character sheets, and they're making out of character jokes and going on tangents, and they're just fucking regular gamers playing a D&D game on Twitch. I'm like, see, that reminds me of my group, right? At control and nonsense and just having stupid fun. But they've evolved and they've devolved, I think, into something different. So it's a whole different
following the money.
They are following the money, yeah.
I don't know. I just can't. I mean, I can barely watch a football game, but the thought of watching other people play Dungeons and Dragons just baffles me. And I know zillions of people enjoy it.
Joe, come the spring, Eric and I, we got a plan. I'm going to have a bunch of folks in my game. I'm going to be running it live. So maybe you'll change your mind. You might be a special guest. You could steal a hand of Vecna yourself or something.
There we go. Yes. The head of Vecna. The head of Vecna.
The head of Vecna. Yeah. That's the goal for the spring. I started my, I didn't apologize to you guys for my whoever's out there listening to my channel, wondering where the fuck I've been for the past week. I've been prepping. I ran 3 games this week. I did my 0.5 session for my brother, 0.5 for my friend Pete, and then last night we had our first game session of my new campaign with my new 5e hack rules here. And so I just been prepping and getting ready for that. And I was like drained. Like I knew the only video I did all week was that collab video on Friday, and I dropped that way late. So it was like, I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. But yeah, that's where I've been essentially. So more videos coming up next week though, guys. It's going good. We're having a good time and finding a lot of mistakes I made. So which is the point of kicking the tires on this thing, Joe, did you do a lot of play testing on yours before you released it into the wilds? Or did you just one? Your Adventures Dark and Deep?
Oh yeah.
Did you do a lot run it yourself and have others do it, or how did you do that?
It was mostly me doing it. I did release a playtest version, which I put out there for free, for like a year and a half, and I got a lot of feedback on that. But it was mostly, this is the game I've been running since 1985.
That's what I figured. Yeah, well, I'm rewriting something all new here. That's why it's a little bit different. This is your effectively your RPG you've been doing forever, so it's a little bit different than me. I was wondering what level of play testing I'm going to need. So it'd be interesting to see. Yeah. Well, anyway, but we have a topic, don't we?
We do.
What? How dare we have a topic?
I know. I brought my visual aids.
Oh, damn it!
No visual aids.
I didn't even do that topic in my video, and I brought visual aids.
Oh man!
Oh damn it! To put this in perspective, folks, the only visual aids I have near me are what I've been doing a lot of talking of on my channel. Mm-hmm. So that's the visual aids I have near me.
Thank you, John.
Sorry.
Joe Stone is cool. I like that name. That's cool. Need more cowbell. Yeah. Oh, guys, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you realize this. You know, in dashboard, there's that you can respond to comments in the dashboard. There is a clickable box in there where you can look at comments that people have made in reply to your own comments. And I found hundreds of them that I haven't responded to in the last couple of years. So I'm slowly going back over the past couple of years of comments I never responded to.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. So I'm going back. I see the oldest one is Matt Jackson from 3 fucking years ago. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
I got to respond. I responded to his just because I just wanted to see how many hundreds there were. So I'm going to slowly work through all the comments to my comments that people made. You know,
wait, I got another question here. Did I get a boost in sales on drive-through with the deal of the day? Oh yeah, you always get a boost on the deal of the day. Which
nice.
For those who haven't heard, Castle of Mad Archmage is the deal of the day over on drive-through, and it will be for the next about 12 hours. So it's 40% off for the PDF. Go over there, buy it. Give me money.
Stuff.
Nice. I'm laughing at that, Joe. I'm laughing at Tim shitting on Eric here. Oh no, Eric is unprepared. I'm so shocked. Yeah. And if we were playing our role, we would not have moved this guy around either. We know that.
Hey, we're not talking about moving virtual tokens, all right? Just saying.
How does that go, Joe? Did you submit it for the deal of the day? And they
because when you have an account as a publisher, you get points for different things, and you then spend the points. You can get banner ads, you can send out emails to your people, and one of the things you can spend the points on is submitting a deal of the day.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
You don't find out like a day or two beforehand, right? Like
literally the day before.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I've actually found out that day.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. If you're like away on vacation somewhere, you can't even take advantage of it. If you're like wild camping or something, you know, crap, man.
This is great. All these people who are playing Adventures of Dark and Deep. I know.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute. Can I beg your all indulgences for 60 seconds?
Yeah.
When a ghoul leaps out and attacks you, what do?
I attack it with my sword. Come out, thee creature!
I call upon my gods to vanquish the foul creature. Back, foul beast! The power of my gods compel you.
Well, I use my Staff of Thunder and Lightning and blast it. Do thy worst, freak.
Explore the role-playing game where fantasy comes to life with magic, monsters, and endless options. Adventures Dark and Deep. Available now at adventuresdarkanddeep.com.
Very cool, man.
I had to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Everybody should be watching that commercial, man.
Yeah.
And we mentioned that when you were on our Wednesday night live stream talking crit. You're doing what nobody else. Heck, WotC isn't doing it, and that's a higher quality commercial than WotC would probably put out. You know, I would listen. I know people go, oh, screw WotC. WotC is the rising tide. We don't have to like them or love them, but you have to respect them. You know, and hopefully they lift the whole up. But Joe, by putting that out, it's not just people that are going to be going, oh, Adventures Dark and Deep. Going, oh yeah, Dean, that looks like D&D.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I haven't played that in 20 years. You know?
And that was playing on Paramount Plus streaming.
That's cool.
About 20,000 people saw the ad. No,
that's cool.
50,000 people saw the ad.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's going to be on other things as soon as I can get up for air because I've got so much going on.
Wizard Tower Games had the question: did you hire somebody who's homemade all that stuff? You see that in there, Joe?
Oh, if you go on to, I did a launch party for the thing, and the first guest we had on the launch party was the guy who made the ad.
Yeah,
right. So there's tons of info on there. Look on my channel; you'll find it under the a couple of
details.
What's that?
In the detail section.
Just watch the show. We talked.
I'm saying
like about 30 minutes in, and he he was the director, and we talked about the lighting and the music and everything about it. So look at the launch party, and you'll get tons of info.
Young kid too, which probably is what's required for something like that. The kid brain, you know. But
he did a great job.
Friend of my son's.
Yeah, he did a hell of a job, man. It was well done. Yeah. So
we did have a question in here about the sigil disaster. Do we really want to?
We can touch on that briefly.
You followed it the most, Eric. I think. I know they announced that we're done. It happened.
All right.
Well, that was the gist.
If you talk about sigil, you got to go back to 4E if you're going to do it properly. So you got to go back to 4E when WotC was doing their VTT for 4E, and there was going to be microtransactions because that's what they thought was going to make the money. So if you wanted 10 orcs, you're going to pay 25 cents an orc mini, even though they're saying in mini. But the programmers for that got caught cribbing the Fantasy Grounds dice rolling graphic literally from Fantasy Grounds for their demo. Literally cribbed it. So that was already a strike against it. But then when the one programmer killed his lover and then committed suicide, you then had no programmers left on. So that one was doomed.
Yeah.
This time around, WotC went whole hog, hired, I think, dozens of programmers to build this Unreal-powered VTT, which looked awesome and great, except for the fact that there's other stuff that does the same thing and isn't system-specific, like D&D, and actually worked, which WotC's worked under a controlled environment. I believe, cannot prove this, but I believe, they were hoping AI would have caught up and they could have had an AI, not a DM, an adventure generator that you could, boom, you get this adventure. It's all unique and new and run your party through it and yada, yada, yada. And it wasn't ready. So that was last, I had just come back from Page when I got my invite to the beta. I don't have a Windows PC, so it didn't mean shit. And then a week later, they didn't just kill the beta. They said, it's open to everybody, and we're no longer going to really work on it much.
Yeah.
And now they've announced that we're not working on it at all. We're going to just kind of sunset this, and thank you so much. And you have a year to finish playing your stuff, and we'll keep it running until then.
And apparently the brass didn't really understand what a VTT was.
That's the key.
And, because they wanted it to be something very, very different. They wanted it to be
Baldur's Gate, essentially.
Baldur's Gate, or
they wanted Baldur's Gate with subscriptions.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and by the way, the other part to this little equation was you already had D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond and the VTT crew were separate crews, but the final project was supposed to be integrated into D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
There was a huge power struggle, allegedly, between these two groups as to who was going to walk away with the prize of being the lead of the D&D Digital. Well, I salute D&D Beyond for their apparent victory because Digital has withdrawn from the field.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yep. Raptor 7, what's up, man? My one and only guy who always shows up every damn stream from Rumble.
Rumble.
Joe, what are we rocking here? If you in the top left corner of the screen, if you hover your mouse cursor over the little number there, you'll see the breakdown of who has bringing what in from what venue.
Okay, so we've got 54, 55, 56 total. Joe, well, you've got a bunch of different things, right? Because
I got like 5 things that's on.
You've got 1 here and 0 there on 0 on Facebook. Way to go!
And never on Facebook.
So you got a total of 10 at the moment. I'm bringing in 16. Eric's got 27.
Nice. All right, man. Good deal. So, guys, shall we? The topic of the day.
Surely,
as promised.
Let's dive into it.
As promised, yeah. So we all said, let's do our favorite adventure. We all interpreted that in completely different ways. But
the best and worst game we'd ever played.
Best and worst game. Was it game or was it adventure?
It was might have been best adventure. It was
adventure. So I
best
took
and
that
worst
to
adventure
mean
we had ever played.
adventure. I took it to mean adventure. Joe took it to mean session.
Session, yes.
Right. And I was like the best adventures that I've run or played and the worst.
Yeah. Eric went multiples. I took 1 and 1.
Yes.
And Joe said, I'm going my own goddamn way. So, yeah, that's how it came down.
And yet we're all playing this AD&D.
Eric and I did the Forest Oracle. That may be a good place to start because we have this in
common.
Well, this is let me guess, the worst game you've ever played.
And I did, me and Tim, if you're still there, Tim Shorts and I from Gothridge Manor did I think it was like a 3-hour video ripping the shit out of this and trying to rebuild it as to how do you make this playable. I don't think we ever got to a point where it could be playable. It was just, this is $9 back then, might be worth, the inflation might be $27 toilet paper, as far as I'm concerned. This is the biggest piece of shit ever. It made no sense. Nothing in there fit. There was it was almost as if this Carl Smith guy, and if I ever see him anywhere, I'm going to demand my fucking money back with interest and inflation, because it was almost as if he had never played D&D or he hadn't read the books. But there's a picture of him, because I did some research, because one of my commenters said, hey, maybe we could interview this guy. I'm like, oh, I don't know if he's alive. Who the fuck knows? But I saw a picture of the dude with, in Wizards of the Coast offices with a lot of names, Earl, Carl, Marasmus, and whatever. And there was like a lot of names there, and all these people whose names I recognized, and this guy, and he's in the picture, and they all got those 80s mustaches going on, And so I'm like, I don't know if he's still kicking or whatever, but I don't even know how to even get a hold of this dude. But he worked for them. He wasn't just this contractor dude like they hire nowadays. So we'll have to rails and stop trying to salvage him with their nerd rage. Yes, I did, Tim. There's no way to salvage it. And plus, not to mention the fact that Tim and I have completely different approaches to doing things, as we learned over as we try to do a few things together. Tim starts from the down granular level. And I'm like, well, let's define the nature of druidism first, and then drill down from that. And Tim's like, what about this rock and this tree? Should they be here next to each other? You know what I mean? That it's like exaggeration, but that's the how we approach things. It's so different. So we couldn't get the melding of the minds,
The forest or the trees.
It's like, yeah. He's very, very granular from the ground up, and I'm like top down. So, we had a different approach how to salvage it, but I don't think we could salvage the goddamn thing. It's like there's a sleeping potion dumped into the water and it caused everything to fall asleep. And none of it makes sense. Nothing makes sense. The whatever the nymph or whatever the hell she was, she could charm, like, according to the monster manual, all the multiple people a day, and then there's orcs harassing her. Charm the goddamn orcs. You're done. You win. It's an instant win. Why aren't you doing that? It's like so many things that just didn't make any sense. And it's because of this adventure.
The adventure wouldn't work the way it's working. And by the way, my all-time worst, we're starting with the worst, I guess. My all-time ever worst is Castle Greyhawk. The gummy, they got the gummy.
The joke Greyhawk module.
The joke Greyhawk one. Because when I was young, I was working as like a medical messenger, making $24 a week plus subway tokens, right? And I spend my hard-earned fucking money on Castle. Oh, this is finally Castle Greyhawk, and I get it. And I sat down at my parents' kitchen table, and I started looking at the artwork, and I'm like,
yeah.
How many? What the? And then I started I went, gummy? It's fucking what the? I went, holy shit! I just bought a Paranoia D&D module. What the fuck? Oh man, I was pissed, and there was nothing salvageable. It was not salvageable.
No.
See, I would have chosen that one, but I've never ran it.
What?
You couldn't. There's nothing to
Castle
run.
Greyhawk.
No. You can't.
So for me, that was off the table because I never bothered to try to run the damn thing. I didn't realize what it was, and
it just pissed me off so much.
If we're going for
decades later, I still feel the pain.
Really?
Fate of Istis. This is such a hot, steaming pile of garbage.
Really?
I have that.
It was
I don't remember much of it because I don't remember running it. I remember getting it and then doing like a head scratch.
Because this came out right as 1E was going to 2E, so they marketed it as you can run this module and that will explain all of the system changes when your campaign upgrades from first to second.
Forgotten Realms when they did the same freaking thing.
But it doesn't do anything like that. You know, you do something and like, all monks get +1 to their strength. You know, it doesn't do what the module, what they claim the module would do. Plus, it's awful in the extreme. The plot is ridiculous beyond belief, and it like takes place in a bunch of different cities in the world of Greyhawk. The maps are absurd. Like cities that we know are port cities on a river don't have any river. Okay.
Why
have a river? Okay.
You are just that's a nitpick.
That is not a nitpick.
When a river in, sir.
I think there was an entire road missing from this module. It's like, where? What are you talking about? You know?
I think there was an adventure missing from that module, actually, Joe.
That's true, too.
Think about it.
That's true, too. And John Miller says, Carl must have not worked for TSR very long. I agree. I looked him up. And the funny thing was the Shady Dragon Inn wasn't that bad. I remember, because I got it after the fact. It was one of those late in life purchases. And like, that's all right. It's usable, maybe. I get some NPCs out of this. But Jesus Christ, for this, terrible. Terrible. You know? Jesus. Joe, what is the worst one you actually ran? What was your...
So I'll give a recap of what I did on my video.
Yeah.
My first time at GaryCon, I was a vendor. I had driven 2 days to get there. No, I'd driven 13 hours to get there. My back was killing me. I was absolutely exhausted from selling in the dealer's room. I'd never been in a con that big, and I was just absolutely wiped. And then I have to run this game, and I was so bad. I had no energy. It was Castle of Mad Archmage, so it's not like I had the excuse of, I don't know this module.
I don't know it.
No. I wrote the damn thing, and I was so bad. I felt sorry for my players because I knew at the time how bad I was.
Yeah.
I had zero energy, and it was so awful that I ended up canceling the next session the next day. I
really?
Wow.
I'm not going to run this again. I'm not going to inflict this on anybody else.
Now, what made it bad? Just the energy level?
I had zero energy. I was going through the motions. I was monotone. I was just awful. I was the worst DM at that GaryCon, and I know I was.
Gotcha. What would you guys say? Makes a shit module. We know what's bad about each individual one, but it's the same thing as, on the flip side, what makes a good one, right? What to avoid. I think that's kind of what we kind of pitched this as: how to avoid the bad ones and find the good ones. What is the characteristics? I know Greg Christopher's making a living right now doing 1 million videos about this very topic, which I disagreed with him on some of the Fandelver stuff, and I agree on some of that stuff he did say. So, what do you think? He has his own criteria, right?
Listen, all right. There was an adventure, which I can't even remember the name of right now. It's not a WotC adventure. It's not a TSR adventure. It's from about 10 years ago when I was blogging, and I was a featured reviewer on DriveThru, and you got access to all these things. And I got access to this adventure for 3E, but you can convert anything. And this adventure was such a railroad. If you went off the designated path, Will-O-Wisp came along to put you back on it.
Oh my God.
And if you resisted them, they would shock you for like D6 damage. No save. Automatic hit. And I reviewed this on the Tavern. If you were going to be negative about something, you could not review it on DriveThru.
Okay.
All right. I reviewed it on the Tavern. The butthurt from, I guess, the author/publisher is that everybody in their family attacked me on my blog because I don't know a good adventure when I see it. And of course, the party must be kept on the proper path so the story can be told.
So he's a failed scriptwriter person, and he wants to have his outlet through D&D.
Yeah.
So,
A failed novelist.
Yeah.
I mean, so listen, we'll take. I'm gonna say the Dragonland series. I bought the first. I was excited. Read the first book. I said, "Oh, I'll run this for my group." And I read the adventure. And then at the end of the adventure, after reading it, went, "Well, that's a good story, but my God, that sucks as an adventure because it isn't about your party exploring your party, learning your party, gating your party, being heroes. It was about moving the. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. It was moving the goddamn story forward to match the books.
Yeah.
So no matter how your party went and did,
Yeah.
at the end, this is what you had. I never bought another adventure in that series. And I had billed it to my friends. Hey, next week I'm going to run this. And the next week I said, Dave, can you run something else? Because I got nothing.
See, the best module, a good module has a strong story. A great module manages to make it so that the players want to follow the story. You don't have to force them because they're so engaged by that story that they want to do that.
Yeah.
Unless they're being intentionally perverse assholes, which does happen.
I think that's a good point because I was telling Greg, you want to do a review. Truly, in my opinion, the only good 3rd edition or 3.5. I love them the same, 3.5, same shit. The only good one they ever put out was called Red Hand of Doom, and what made it good was it was good on 2 levels. One, if you're a new DM, it's a long one. It's like, it's a thick book, 120 pages, whatever. And there's like chapter 1, chapter 2. So it's like there's a story going on, which fine, whatever. That's the new rage, right? All their rage. But the good thing about it was that if you're a new DM, you can run this in such a way that you're following along. But what you just said, Joe, the players are going to want to do what's coming up. It's well done, right? And if you're a veteran, experienced DM, there's enough stuff in here you could F with it a lot and make it your own, make it your bitch essentially, and run it however you want to run it. And if it goes off the rails, there's enough in there that you could just use. And okay, we'll just rearrange some pieces here and we're good. It's not a big deal. So it's good on a new DM level, and it's really good on an experienced DM level. It's the best of all worlds, and it's non-setting specific, right? So you're not bringing in baggage from the Forgotten Realms. No, forgive me, Joe. Baggage from Greyhawk. You don't need to know a thing. Right. They suggest where you might want to put it in each place or whatever, I think, but it makes no difference. It's self-contained. You can use it in your own world for that, for that reason, right? And it was just such a well done thing. And like I said, like what you just said, the people, the players want to do it because the hooks are meaningful. They weren't like, I'm going to go make coffee for some asshole. The hooks, like the new adventures have. The hooks were like, save a town, evacuate the people. Right, have the wagon train, the Trail of Tears, you get them from place to place. They find out allies and enemies and where they at and what they're doing. It's like it's great. It's great. So yeah. Anyway, that's my take on it.
John Miller. I'm gonna push back a little on what you say that a good module doesn't have a story. Stories for modules go back to the very beginnings of TSR, like the Giants modules. They had a story. It was a kind of a perfunctory story, but it was the vehicle to get the players to the location-based adventure. But the story is, hey, there are giants raiding in Sterich, and we need to stop them. That's a story.
True.
You don't need a very complex story with all laid out 12 chapters in advance. That you must go through all those steps to get to the end. But it's still a story. And when I say that a good module has a good story, a compelling story, it can be a simple story, but it's still there. Otherwise, it's just literally you're walking through the woods and you find a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
And that's not compelling to me.
Yeah. I think what you're saying is a story other people might think is plot hook, Joe. Like, how do you hook them? You know what I mean? That might be just a different phrasing here. You know what I mean?
It's the same. Plot hook is a story.
I agree. It's the beginning of a story, right? Whereas most people...
To my mind, the story is emergent from the play.
And that's what John I think, was saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I think you're going cross, it was crosswinds going, but you're trying to get in the same direction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dragonlance was the first set of adventures that I really made my own back in the late 80s, early 90s with my brother and a couple people. I read the books and I wanted some world crossover. I wanted to bring his characters from wherever Greyhawk into there, and they acted as mentors. And I took all the elements of Forgotten Realms that was of the Dragonlance books, and I just changed everything around. I moved the puzzle pieces, and it was a mental challenge I'd never done before, but it was fun. You know, it was really fun, and I was like, wow, I could do this with anything now. I could. Before that, I was running published adventures as written. Right. And it was the first time I sort of like spread my wings and, you know, did something different. It was a good time. So, you know, I've taken that approach ever since, I think. You know, I've never
actually run Dragonlance. I had everything Dragon. I was a huge Dragonlance fan. I read the books. I had the modules. Never actually played it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, I know. It was terrible. I mean, to play it as written was shit, you know.
When they flew me out there to interview with TSR, they ended up giving me the latest box set that they had just come out with, which was the that Minotaur Kingdom on the other side of the planet. They did a box set for it. The map was gorgeous. It had like this big volcano in the middle of it where an asteroid had hit. You look completely bewildered. I didn't imagine this.
I'm just. Do you interviewed for TSR?
Yeah. Yeah, I interviewed as a designer. I didn't get the job, but I got through the process far enough that they flew me out there to do an interview.
Wow.
I did a 3-hour interview with you, and if this came up, I was very drunk, and I apologize. I don't remember it came up at all.
It never came up. There are aspects of my life that I don't blurt out in every opportunity.
That's a big deal, dude. You interviewed with TSR back in the day. I'd be like tooting my horn on that one all day long, man.
I blew an interview with TSR. There's a difference.
You got an interview. Getting an interview is a lot more. Listen, when Joe and I were little gamers in our teens and early 20s, it was, I want to grow up and work for TSR and have the opportunity to even say, I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
In person, you know?
It was 89 or 90. When they flew me out there.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
They gave me the tour, talked to everybody. They were just doing all the Buck Rogers game.
Yeah.
They were pushing that hard, and I wanted nothing to do with it. I think that's what really scotched
So in
me.
other words, you threw the interview.
No, I didn't, not intentionally. Because
Right.
I was, I didn't know anything.
Lorraine, our owner / president, makes money doubly off of Buck Rogers because she gets it because she owns she's part of the estate pays her and then we pay her. So she's double dipping.
Mm-hmm.
She's really excited about this. What do you think about this? Buck Rogers sucks.
No, I was more like, I'd love to do something Greyhawk.
You know what? We don't want to hear it, Gary. Gary, he's dead to us. Buck Rogers is where it's at.
You should have won him with a Buck Rogers outfit. He would have had the fucking job.
Yeah, really.
I gotta say, Robert Santon just super chatted. Looks like in my channel, $5. Thank you very much, Robert. All super chats are appreciated. I think I speak for everybody here when we say that restream and all the bullshit costs money. So every little bit helps like that. So I appreciate your $5 super chats. Anything.
Yes, Robert.
Anything
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
And membership.
He interviewed with TSR. Has never done a video. Now he's doing a video on it.
Now he's doing a video on it. Yeah.
There was some fast food place that was like across the parking lot from the main building where they did the interview and they took me out there.
Where were they at the time, man?
It was the big building. It was still in Lake Geneva, but it was like a really massive office building. I don't remember the.
I would have stolen everything in sight, dude.
They took me to the warehouse. They was like taking stuff off the shelf and handing it to me. That was the Dragonlance thing with the Minotaurs.
Damn, that was a thank you for playing. Here's your parting gift.
Pretty much. Yeah. I blew the interview.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know you, man. Yeah, it's like I didn't know that, dude. No idea. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, my roommate at the time, she was trying to get rid of her car, so I was just. If I got the job, I was going to take her car and just keep up the payments on it while I was out in Wisconsin.
Okay, all right.
I was in Boston at the time, so you could see everywhere.
Wow.
See, it's the good old days when you could do that sort of thing. Where you could like take the, people trust. Yeah, just take over the payments, right? I mean, just nice, just nice. Check Rumble comment. It says, I'm not sure.
That would be you because it's not me.
Is it me on Rumble? All right, let me check Rumble. Rumble. Sorry. I have to log
for
in.
Rumble rant. You got a Rumble rant.
Did I get a Rumble rant? That doesn't come up on the screen, I guess, if it's a Rumble rant, huh?
PSC Caglione, you are watching on Joe's channel on Rumble or mine? I think.
Yeah, I don't see anything other on my Rumble than Raptor 7 saying hi, so I don't.
Oh, so maybe it's my channel. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I have a Rumble channel?
No, I know I have a Rumble channel.
I do too. I just never remember to repost my videos there. I should link that to
I
this.
only do the live streams there.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
I'm behind on reposting there, though. I am behind on reposting. So yeah, I'm behind on a lot of videos, but yeah, it must be you, Eric. It ain't me.
All right, I'm going. I'm checking.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome though. You got in the headquarters. I mean, still, Lorraine was there. It doesn't matter. You fucking.
Oh yeah, they took me around, and they actually during lunch they would play war games. They were playing SPI war games.
That's awesome.
And Avalon Hill in the room. It was amazing.
Yeah, looks like it was you, Eric. He's saying.
Yep.
So you got something going on over there. Jesus, dude.
I'm working on
it. Yeah, logging in as we all log into our various accounts.
I'm easy. I just have YouTube.
Yeah. I never get anybody on Facebook, even though I fixed the issue where it was only streaming to myself as the audience. Nobody ever watches. I get some on Twitter. I get, always Raptor 7 on Rumble, my man. But I don't get anybody over on Facebook, and I don't even bother uploading shit to locals anywhere. That's just a nothing place.
Yeah, my dream was to work for TSR too. Glad it never happened. Yeah, I think I dodged a bullet in retrospect.
Yeah,
I probably would have lasted till next Christmas, and then I would have gotten laid off, and I'd be stuck in the middle of Wisconsin.
Yep. I think
Thank you for the $10, sir. And by the way, just as an aside, Rumble doesn't keep a percentage as opposed to YouTube. So if you tip on Rumble, we're getting your full on love. Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube isn't taking their hand, putting it in a pocket, and pulling out a few bucks.
That's nice.
So thank you, sir.
Doesn't YouTube take like 30%?
35, I believe.
Of a super chat or of our
from everything.
Everything,
yeah, across the board.
From memberships, from super chats, from super thanks.
Speaking of that, we've gotten all of us because of this collaboration thing. I think YouTube likes us, and we're sharing our every collaboration video. We're getting a lot of new members on our channels, a lot of new subscribers, I should say. We're getting a lot of new subscribers to our channel.
I'm getting a lot of new members.
I'm getting, and I just wanted to say thank you for all that, guys. It's really cool.
Absolutely.
And since it is the first of the month, you know what that means, guys. I am going to gift out 10 memberships to 10 people right now.
He's giving away 10.
Blowing it all. I'm shooting the wad right here.
The whole wad.
The whole wad is going right now. So 10 people who may or may not even be here. Our Unscripted and Unchained got one. You're not a member already, you son of a bitch. So who we got? We have Mad Relic got one. Wibs Stasbin got one. Grog of Nerd got one. Brian something got one. Chen Su Shu, sorry, can't pronounce. I got one. Unscripted Unchained got one. John Tate got one. Kevin R. Smith. I wonder if that's the Kevin Smith of the movie fame. Probably not. Spy Nerd. And God of Moxie got one. All right, cool. So you got 10 memberships. So if you're watching that, you got a membership. I think it's at $4.99 level, but yeah, you could keep going or not, whatever you want. But yeah, that helps us too, guys. 99 cents is my lowest level of membership level. So if you want to join up, it's 99 cents a month, $12 a year. That kind of nice. It's guaranteed money.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate all the love lately. We've all seen our channels grow. So that's kind of
cool. I mean, honestly. October has been huge for the Tavern on YouTube.
October been very, very good to me.
October been very, very, and baseball been very, very good to me. Maybe not so much, but the YouTube and everybody been very, very good to me. So thank you. Now, really, Even today, it's a Sunday in the beginning of November, and 20 people subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
I,
It's awesome.
You know,
It's awesome. It's
cheers.
Awesome. Cheers to y'all. Yeah, cheers. This is to you, to all you guys. Thank you very much.
And we're at that almost 1 hour mark. So I'm going to remind folks: if you're watching on my channel, subscribe to the Joes. If you're watching on one of the Joe's channels, subscribe to the other Joe and myself. We're doing a weekly collab video on Fridays, and every other Sunday we're getting together and we're doing a little soft shoe. We're doing a little tap. We're doing this because we enjoy each other's company, but we enjoy spending time with you and letting you know that we appreciate the community that we are building together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in the end, that's what it is. The stronger this community becomes, and not just Joes and Tenkars, but this larger community, it strengthens it. And I think it's just good for everybody.
Yeah. Once we get the hang of this, guys, we're all even talking about maybe having somebody come in once in a while, another person, you know. So we got to get the vibe, get the hang of this, get our feel, get our feet wet the whole bit. But then, maybe New Year, you know, we might bring somebody else in a little bit here and there. Change it up a little bit, you know, special guest of the week or something like that, or a month or something. But
no, you guys going to Page?
No, I can't. I got a wedding, so I'm out. Yeah.
You'll make a wonderful bride.
Thank you. I got the dress all set. I'm gonna wear the Vader mask here and the Captain or the Iron Man glove. We're all good. I got the outfit all set here. You know.
Yeah, I'm not going to Page. We've got. I'm like with Shara Khan, it was just me because we got the puppy issues right now. It's just too close to the holidays. It's not going to work. I will be at TotalCon. It may just be me flying solo. But for WizardCon and North Texas and for CNY, it will be Rach and I. Probably the puppy at WizardCon. Probably the puppy at CNY. And I think she'll go to puppy hotel for North Texas. So
Robert Senton just gifted 5 memberships on my channel to 5 members. Dennis Dreischmeyer, Wilsum Fazum, that's a gnome, obviously. Jitteru, Gustavo Campos, and Foot each got memberships. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Robert. He's the one who gave the super chat, so that's awesome. Thank you, man. That's very cool. Very cool. ShireCon is in September, guy. It's September in Connecticut, upper northwest Connecticut near Litchfield.
The Berkshires.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no it isn't at a hotel.
No.
Okay. Just so you all, expectations. It's a beautiful place that it is. It's a VFW. They love us. They treat us well. It's got multiple bars at the location. But you'll need to get an Airbnb, a bed and breakfast, or think you're gonna.
There's a real hotel. I couldn't go this year, but I had a hotel room. Like it's 10 minutes away, and it's
that's not bad.
Howard, it was a real one, Holiday Inn or something.
Yeah, I was at the what you would call it, the Airbnb I was at 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the house was built in 1890, but you're on the second floor. You've got your own entrance. You actually have a staircase to a part of the backyard. So if you wanted to, you can hang out in the backyard.
I was at an Airbnb the first bunch of times that I went, and I mean she's nice enough, but they've got chickens, and it's like 5:30 in the morning, and your room is like right overlooking the frickin' roosters, and it's going off. Like, oh my God, make it.
No, that's terrible. I would go with a shotgun and have dinner. No, I can't. No, don't want to get me up. Do not get me up that early. No, I live about an hour away, so I commute in and out, Right. I wish you would do it at a hotel, but I understand the allure of that location. Every time as I'm driving out there in the morning, getting up early, an hour earlier than normal, because I have to drive there, I'm like, God damn it, why doesn't Tom just get this at a fucking hotel? Danbury's close, big towns are close, blah, blah, blah. And as I'm making the drive, I'm like, this is why it's
gorgeous.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
At the time of year, and it's in the Berkshires, It is one of the most beautiful settings for a con I've ever seen.
It really is. I mean, you feel like you're in the Shire. You feel like you're in the setting, Lord of the Rings, Yeah, no, so I get over that as I'm driving out there drinking my coffee, especially as the coffee hits. I'm slowly getting over the early morning in the drive, Yeah.
Right. Are we going to go on to phase 2 of the topic?
Yes, the best.
Yeah.
Adventures?
I chose this one.
Which
The
was
Village
it?
of Hamlet.
Hey!
All right. You got an older one than me.
Now you see, my most used adventure would be T1 to 4. So that's basically the same thing.
Well,
Same
no,
thing.
I specifically chose Hamlet instead of T1 through 4.
Me too.
All right. Well,
Me too.
I loved Hamlet as a starting area, but I never owned T1 separately. My introduction to Hamlet was T1 to 4, and I
too.
ran that 4 times, 4 different groups.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
played the crap out of it as a DM.
I loved it. I think they went off the rails with the temple. I mean, it was good back in the day, but as I got older, I realized this is dumb.
There's
there's
issues
a
with
lot-
it. I mean,
Yeah.
but I can see the kernels of greatness in it. But
Yes.
I chose T1 instead of T1 through 4 because T1 is perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
It
I
is the starting area.
I agree.
It's got the village, it's got the dungeon, it's got very well defined characters and NPCs and everything. You know what's going on. It's got deep lore that ties it into the setting.
Yep.
I mean, it's just got everything.
Yep.
And it's so flexible because even if I ran this, maybe I must have run it 10 times before T1 through 4 came out.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Just as its own thing.
Wow.
Sometimes I'd make my own temple. Sometimes it would just be a starting area, and then they'd go off in the Crown Hills and stuff.
Yeah,
It was just such a great, well-defined place.
Yep.
It's literally Greyhawk starting zone.
As a player, and as a DM, I have the same feeling about it. That the more you're there, the more you're in there. As either role, it becomes it feels like home.
Yeah.
And you're not doing the moat house because you want the golden treasure. At a certain point, you come to love this damn place and all the people in it because they're so interesting and well defined that you want to do it to save them, to help them. You want to build some sort of a temple tower, whatever there. You want to be there. You want to live there. Like I would love. That's probably a good way to say it. Of all the adventures and all the places and every adventure I've ever done, whether homebrew or published in any game system, I would love to visit this place.
Yep. Stay at the end of the welcome wedge.
I will. Oh God, yes. I would love to visit this place and just be there for a long weekend. If there was an option to go on a parallel universe, multiverse tour, I would be here for a long weekend.
And thank you, Valimir Cleaver, for mentioning my T0 journey to Hamlet.
Yeah, that was the road on the way in, right, Joe?
Yeah,
Okay.
You're basically your first level characters coming from the Wild Coast to Hamlet, and you're guarding a caravan, and there's brigands, and it's supposed to let you know that there are different factions in the temple. That's its goal.
That's it.
To get you to Hamlet and let you know, hey, it's not one monolithic thing. It's a free download on GreyhawkGrognard.com.
Yep.
Nice.
No, it's really good. I like I said, Joe, I was hoping to see you at ShireCon. I know you couldn't make it, but I wanted to buy the paper module, everything you had, because I bought so much from you before, and I swear I gave it to my brother because he was going to do Greyhawk campaign. We can't find it anywhere. I don't know where the hell it ended up, but when you got 4 kids, shit gets lost. So
I got news for you. When you got 1 kid, shit gets lost.
that's what I figured. It's gone, and I have to buy it all again. So next time I see you, if you're gonna hit TotalCon, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one way or the other, I'm going to TotalCon.
All right.
I'm on a wait list to be a vendor, so I'm probably going to go as a guest.
All right. I'll hit you up. I should be going at least one day. I'll hit you up, bring the cash, and bring a stack of whatever you got. You know what I mean? So yeah. Eric, so why did you do T1 through 4 rather than just T1?
Okay, because I never owned T1. My introduction to the village of Hamlet was T1 to 4. And for me, it was always you ran the whole thing. You got the party started out in Hamlet. They got the roots in. They got established in the area.
Mm-hmm.
They found out there were bigger problems, and then you jump into the mess that Frank Metzner wrote. That's a lot of the temple is Frank's work as opposed to Gary's work in T1.
But based on his notes,
right?
Yeah.
But once you go into the temple, I could run that and know I'm running the same My game prep was after the first time I ran it too. Game prep was easy, and you know what you're doing for the next 6 months as a GM.
At least
it's levels 1 to 8, but I think I had one party hit level 9 with a few of their PCs. And there's a lot of opportunities for role playing and playing all factions against factions. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I know people say it doesn't hold up. Maybe it doesn't, but for when I was running stuff back in the late 80s, early 90s, it was chef's kiss back then.
Yeah.
And I know I've said this story before, but I gotta say it. When T1 through 4, when Temple of Elemental Evil first came out, I was at Gen Con, and I was first in the dealer's room on the Saturday when it came out. I bought the first ever sold copy of Temple of Elemental Evil. Gary signed it. And then I bought another one so I'd have one to read.
Yeah, yeah.
And then years later, I was like in my hiatus period, which I think we've all gone through. And I'm like, I'm never going to play D&D again. And I sold it for a pittance. And I've never been able to track down the person who bought it. And
Jesus.
I'm kicking myself to this day.
What would you pay for it now, Joe? What's your upper limit of what if you've like so John Smith reaches out and says, hey, I saw the video you did with Eric and Joe last week, and I have it. What would you pay for it?
If I had the money, easily several grand.
Yeah, okay. All right. If you had the money.
If I had the money, yeah. I don't.
Yeah, well, you know.
But if I did.
Yeah. But Joe, Christmas is coming up. So if you want to track it down and get it for me, you are the lawyer after all. So I know you're rich.
I can't even track down fucking Carl Smith to get my $7 back. I pay for this piece of shit. You know, so that's my first priority. Because of this guy is now after this module, after we spent our hard-earned paper route money on this module, my brother and I, we pooled our money. We didn't buy the Reese's peanut butter cups and the soda, whatever the hell that week, and we pooled our money. We bought this thing. After that, I forever after went back to the Walden Books in a little crappy mall, my crappy little town, and we sat on the floor where that little spinner thing was with all the modules on it. We sat outside of the view of the mirrors. And we would reach up with our hand, grab a module, pull it down on the floor, and slit it open to read it to make sure it wasn't a piece of shit like this one. So, yeah, everybody who ever bought a module from that Walden Books ended up with a pre-opened module on the slit there. You know, we looked at every damn one of them. Oh, God. Let's see.
All right, so here's my question, and I got another question on this. What was the first module that you owned?
B1 in Search of the Unknown. It came with Holmes Basic when I bought it.
Palace of the Silver Princess. That came with the red box when I bought it.
Oh, okay. Really? All right. See, now, I started with AD&D, so I didn't I didn't see an adventure until I got A1, Slave Pits. And then I was like, wow, we can put like hide treasure between two rocks in a cave? And that's where your magic items are. Awesome. I didn't realize I could do that. It's like, but it was interesting to see how it was done, because otherwise all I was seeing was in Dragon Magazine, you'd get an adventure occasionally, and it opened my eyes up to just, I don't have to fill up every box on the graph paper.
Yeah.
Because I thought I did, because graph paper was expensive back then as a kid. So yeah.
Well, the first standalone module I bought that didn't come in a box set was Hill Giant Chief.
Mine was Rakshasa. I can never pronounce that fucking name.
Rakshasa.
That one. That was the first one we bought after the Palace of, because it was like 1 through 3rd level, right? So, and then when we moved up to Expert or whatever, when the hell did Isle of Dread come in?
Well, that was an early one.
That was an early one, but I think we did that too at some point. So those were the first 3: Silver Princess, Rakshasa, and Isle of Dread. Those were the first 3 we did. I'm not sure the order, but I know Silver Princess was first. Because they came in the box, right? I mean, you do right. Go and play what comes in a box, I think. So.
It wasn't a great intro adventure.
No,
the game.
Terrible. It's terrible. Looking back now, that didn't make any sense either. So yeah, none of it made sense. And I had the newer version, not the one with the boobs.
Not the one that was recalled.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
You didn't have Gary's head on an Etten.
No, it wasn't there. There was no mockery in that one. No. Rahaja, yeah.
Rahaja, that's it.
Rahaja, yeah. That was a little bit better. That was better than Silver Princess. I'll tell you that. I remember that was better. I think which Silver Princess had the one with the fucking teleportations at the end of each corridor in the corners or something, and you never know where the hell you're at. And it's like, God damn, I hate that. I hated that as a DM, and I hated it as a player. I can't stand that crap.
Oh, see, I use that all the time in Mad Archmage.
Do you? Oh God, we didn't have it when I played
it. The basic set, right? That's what you want to make sure they have a great experience their first time out.
Oh yeah, it just everybody's lost, and good luck mapping. You know, it was just holy hell.
That's the point. That's why I did it. I shifting walls and teleporters. There's one maze, the labyrinth level that does that.
Joe, you had a question there before. I don't know if you saw it about would you ever do your version of T1 through 4?
I wouldn't need to because Adventures Dark and Deep and 1E are very cross compatible. You can take Village of Hamlet as written and run it in Adventures Dark and Deep, and it will have no issues.
Okay.
Who has goblins as a member?
Not me. I was just looking.
That must be Joe.
Yeah, you got a new member there, Joe.
Greyhawk Grognard, Steve.
Oh,
I will thank you for Joe.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Memberships helps. Really does. Really does.
Yeah, even the $2 level will help.
Yeah, my 99 cents, my lowest level. I'll take it.
Listen, all of that helps. We don't do this for the money, because if we were doing it for the money, I've been told that we wouldn't be doing live streams because people, get demonetized for live streams, and we do this because we love talking with the community and with each other, and it's like hanging out at a bar. We joke about that fact, but it is pretty much like hanging out at the bar, and we're getting to tell stories that if you see us at a convention, we're more than happy to have a beer with you, share some French fries or chicken wings, and talk about this stuff. Just
Steve. Thank you, Steve.
Steve, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Steve, you're the man.
You might be the first to. At least you're the first to announce it.
Yes. Well, I think in Menage a Trois.
I think we had one other who was a member of all three.
Really, a member or a subscriber?
Subscriber.
Death Angels. There is
a member.
YouTube. We're not. Nobody here is like paying a mortgage with their YouTube money.
I'm not even paying my damn Restream subscription plus Canva and the other thing you guys got me to subscribe to. I'm not making enough every month to pay the shorts editor thingy.
You will, grasshopper. Just be patient.
I just got to get there. Yeah. Between that and the other little things, no, please. I'm not making enough to even cover that bullshit. So yeah, I'm losing money every month, but I still do it, guys, because it's fun.
So Valimir Cleaver, I'm getting all the questions tonight. I don't know why. What would I do to correct T1 through 4? Well, Valimir Cleaver, I know you're a member of my Patreon, and I know you know this, but I have made a career out of correcting T1 through 4. So I can't just say it here, but if you go on the blog, you'll find years worth of posts, and if you go into the channel, you'll find years worth of deep dives about Temple of Elemental Evil, about how I would change it and fix it and everything.
You got a new member there, Goblin there, Shellback Bow, just subscribed.
Another Goblin. Thank you you so much, guys.
Nice. And Death Angel Canva is free, but if you want the special features that it provides, especially the one feature I pay the $10 a month for is where you could take something out of an image, like somebody's head. Like you could take my head, remove it from all my background, and put it wherever the hell you want. So that's pretty good.
ChatGPT is awesome with thumbnails. I've been using it, but I generally put it into Canva because ChatGPT undersizes them a little bit. So if I go purely, you'll see it. But
oh, you're getting some gifts here.
Apparently so. Whoa!
Look at that! You got a bunch of gifts there.
And the orcs are the second level up. So thank you, whoever did that.
Shellback did, Joe. Shellback.
Thank you so much.
Very cool. Very cool.
No, Foogly. No, it doesn't.
I got a rolled up newspaper and just whack you.
Yes, thank you. I'm gonna take you behind the outhouse. And we're gonna. and they go into the outhouse. All right, well, you know, the privy. No, we don't have dwarves baking scones. We don't have the Rainbow Beholder. I'm overclamped. It really got me going.
Buried in all the generous gifting over there, Ducato made a comment. He says, hopefully you don't get your food stolen like Joe and I did. Yeah, because we were at ShireCon and we're sitting there chilling out. They were like closing the lunch, whatever the hell menu at 2. We got there at 5 we ordered a couple of things. We sat down. We were having a beer, waiting for our, yell out our names, and never yelled it out. Next time, hey, what the fuck was going on, man? You walk over, and like, where's our food? And you're like, oh, we gave it away. Somebody said it was theirs. I'm like, motherfucker, somebody took our food. So much shit. They were good enough. This is how cool ShireCon is. These people weren't even associated with the con. These are the people who work for the VFW in a little food shack attached to it. And they said they had already closed down their lunch thing. They're packing up. We will make you whatever you had again for free, right? So they made it for us again. That's how good this damn con is, guys. Even the people who work there who aren't associated with the con are that cool.
Yeah, so, it's a really nice.
Yeah. Yep. The collab you guys are doing is really cool. When done right, it's a win for all involved. I think we could all agree on that. It's been great for all of us.
These are a blast.
Yeah. And that ShireCon is where we were talking about. I said, Eric, we got to do something. We got to do maybe a once in a while, once or twice a month stream. Get a couple of us on there and just dedicate it to just having a chill stream like this. Yeah, and the first guy we thought of was Joe.
Right. We were both like, who's missing that should be here right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
because
I wanted to talk to you about it, Joe. You and Eric. I said that was my plan to go in there with this plan to come out of it with this show. And it worked out, even though you weren't there. So
well, I'm glad you did.
Yeah. It's a good deal. Yeah,
very nice.
Quest for the Silver Sword, then Tales of Enchantment. What the hell is that?
I've never heard of either of those.
What is that?
It's Quest for the Silver Sword, like issue 68 of Dragon. No, that was Fender Fencer. Never mind.
Interesting. Not lingering long enough. I've never heard of Silver Sword. It must be if you start in the 3rd edition era, it might be one of those D20 slot modules or something, that might be what it is. That's why maybe we've never heard of it. You still see some of that shit
1992.
Okay.
So 2nd to 3rd level. So
it's Mayfair Games, or is it TSR?
TSR.
Wow. I've never heard of that shit.
Was it like from like one of the weird settings?
I'm looking.
I don't even have it on my shelf. It's been neither of those are ever been on my radar as modules.
Yeah, I've never heard of it myself, but there it is. I just Googled it.
Jesus.
It's a beginner's module, basically.
Yeah. I figured it
was. Was that for the black starter set?
Oh, maybe.
No idea. No, it's just a module.
Speaking of D20 slop, you could still get some of
that Thunder Rift. It was the Thunder Rift setting.
Thunder Rift. Yeah. Okay. I remember this now. I do. I don't think I ever ran it, but yeah,
I never heard of it.
It was one of those settings that we generally didn't. I mean, 2E era. This is actually basic BECME D&D.
Yeah.
But there were so many settings.
Yeah.
And usually with BECME, it was Mystara, but then they did Thunder Rift, and I remember this cover now. I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to download the PDF. I'm just saying I recognize the cover.
PDF fairy might make delivery later. Is that what you're saying?
It's only 20 pages long, according. I'm just saying.
Mystara, Silver Sword is Mystara, huh? Okay. I've never heard of Mystara, but I've never heard of Thunder Rift. That's interesting. It's interesting. Damn. So you learn something new. Speaking of that D20 slop stuff, it's funny that you still can go to Complete Strategist and find D20 slop on their shelves.
You can get stuff for Starfleet battles from 1979 on the shelf.
Yeah.
At the original price.
I know. I picked up Gary's shit because when we were going to meet there one day, all of us, I got there stupid early, and I got there when they opened. It was a rainy, shitty day, and nobody was in there. So I finally was able to get down to that bottom shelf where they have those board games and shit in front of. I pulled them all aside. I literally laid on that rug that had been vacuumed in 45 years. I laid on that disgusting rug, and I went through every single thing on the bottom shelf that's been buried behind boxes.
That's the place to do it. The bottom shelf is the stuff that nobody's looked at.
I found 4 or 5 Gygax Dangerous Journeys modules. I grabbed them all. Grabbed every damn one of them. Nothing else was worth anything, but I grabbed them all because what the hell? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And John Miller, yes, indeed, R3 has the Windukes under a slightly different name.
Hey, are we gonna try to get down to Strat before Christmas? Nobody's been talking about it.
Yeah, no.
I'd be up for it if schedule permitting.
Yeah. Saturday as usual, kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine with me. Just let me know when. I can probably make it work without too many issues.
Okay, we'll figure out a date.
We'll reach out to Professor DM, see if
he's usually good for that. Yeah. He's
November the 15th. I've got Mepicon. 22nd, I got PhilCon.
Damn, who the fuck are you?
Dude. Other than that,
Joe's the con man.
Wide open.
I got a Led Zeppelin cover band I'm going to go see this coming Saturday called Zoso up there at the UConn campus. I saw them a year or so ago. They're fantastic. So that's my this week. And then I got the 15th and 22nd. Then now, of course, we have the problem with Thanksgiving. Can't do anything that weekend.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say you were going to see Zepparella, which is amazing.
Zepparella.
It's an all-female Zeppelin.
Oh, no.
Probably
no, they're great.
Too,
they're
but,
are they?
Yeah.
Matt, I'm not even sure. Does Welsh have a YouTube channel? I've seen a lot of his work.
Who?
Welsh does a lot of my Stara stuff.
Oh yeah.
Met him at North Texas years ago.
Oh, he has a big channel, Eric. He's like 1,000 subs or something. Yeah, he does a lot. Yeah. He does well. He's been around for a long time, and he's like Joe. He's like the my Stara guy.
Definitely. Oh man, he's been doing stuff like that for years.
Yeah. Like Rob is if Rob ever got a YouTube channel, he'd be the one.
Rob AI.
Yeah, Rob AI could do it. Yeah, or Rob, either or both. They get the co-host. But he'd be the one to do it for City State and the whole Judges Guild stuff. But I don't think he ever wants to do a YouTube thing. Yeah, Mr. Welch, he'd be good. He'd be fun. He'd be a fun guy to have on. I picked up a lot of that my Stara crap over COVID with all extra beer money. Wasn't going to the bar and spending. So I was like, let me fill out the collection, So I got a lot of stuff, It's pretty good. It's interesting stuff. But it'd be kind of fun to have, Yeah. Because maybe around the new year. Yeah, I think, we're good. We'll figure out a date to hit New York or something,
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we'll do it in the green room and reach out to the PDM there. That'd be a good time. It'd be a good time. All right, guys. Another super chat for somebody. Who got that?
Mike, thank you.
That you, Eric?
Yeah, that looks
all right. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Super chat. Thank you very much.
Keeping the lights on, because otherwise the lights would go off.
They're keeping you in puppy chow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's funny because when she eats, she's a dainty little eater. She takes forever to eat one little piece. When she drinks water, she's a.
That's funny. You do the dry food then? You don't do the wet food?
Right now, she's on the puppy dry food, and then we're going to probably move on to dehydrated reconstitute.
All right. What's the breed? What's the breed, Eric? Can I hold?
She's a Cavapoo. She's almost 6 months old.
A Cavapoo?
A Cavapoo. So she is part Cavalier Spaniel.
Okay.
And part Poodle.
All right. That's cute.
So she is the lap dog with energy from hell.
Oh, perfect for your advanced age.
She is way too smart. She looks at you and you're like, I better not piss you off because you'll figure out a way to kill me. Those eyes look right into you. Like, I know exactly what you're thinking, Dad. Don't even. Like,
I've never been to the Macy's parade, but I did go back before it got a little nutty and changed around. I did make it to the New York City. I guess is it Halloween? The gay parade?
I went there. I went to the Halloween parade back when I was like, I don't know, 20, 21. I did the Thanksgiving Day parade back in I was like 25, 26, so it's like over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I have never worked a Thanksgiving Day parade as a cop. Wish I had. I wanted that detail every year because when the parade ends, every cop turns around, They go back to the station house and they go home. It's a short day. Nothing ever happens on Thanksgiving unless you were working in the 2-6 precinct when I had a quasi-terrorist incident on Thanksgiving, and I wasn't. I was just there at the desk on the streets because the sergeant that was on patrol was not competent. But in any case, Macy's parade, all those parades, as a New Yorker, they suck.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't get anywhere.
Tourist, oh my God, it's awesome. You're a New Yorker. You've gone to one parade. It sucks. I worked the ball drop twice.
I've been at the ball drop. I've never been to any of the parades, but I've gone to the ball drop once in Times Square. This was before 9/11. This was
right.
When we're not talking about old man ball dropping, we're talking about an actual event.
No, yeah,
in New York City.
Right, New York has got the Times Square, and it was fun. Okay, I can say I was there.
Yeah,
but what really struck me was all the bars closed.
Yep,
at 12:30.
Really? Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, when I used to go into the city when I was a teenager or a 20-something. The bars closed at like 5 a.m. and then they opened up again at 6.
Well, they closed at 4.
Yeah.
And they locked the door, but if you were inside, you were good.
Yep.
Yeah.
But 12:30 on New Year's Day, 12:30 a.m. New Year's Day, everything closed.
Because the city wants everybody to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I worked the Millennium, the ball drop, and I was underneath the ball drop. And at 30 seconds to the ball dropping, so I'm watching the ball, my lieutenant goes to all of us, "Why the F are you looking at the ball? Look at the crowd." And I'm like, "It's the Millennium. I want to look at the ball." But that was that. And then I worked it a few years later, and it sucked.
Yeah. I did the Halloween one. It was like the gay parade, I guess, down in the village or something, the Halloween parade. I went there one time. It's in
the village, so yeah.
Back in the day, it was a very different vibe in the city 25 years ago than it is now. You know what I mean? The whole vibe, everything was different. It was a more I don't know. It wasn't as like whitewashed in every way, shape, and form.
I'm used to the pre-Giuliani Times Square.
Yeah, that's where we're
God, yeah.
I was in high school, and that's where I went for porn.
That was a fun time. That was a fun time. Those, not the Times Square itself, but New York.
You'd be surprised how fun Times Square could be.
I can imagine. I can imagine back then. I never did much time.
Now you get accosted by like Snoopy.
Yeah. And then before you got
you want your photo with me? Yo, where's my money? It's like, oh, two.
Yeah.
I didn't want the photo in the first place.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, back then we had the squeegee guys.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Getting off the Triborough Bridge into Manhattan, the squeegee would
try getting out of the Lincoln.
But that was going on for years. I was working when that was going on, and all I would do is reach into my pocket, put my shield up against the window, and watch them run off. The guy in the wheelchair who came up on me, and I did this, left his wheelchair behind and ran. So I was like, I got to remember that scam.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Funny. Jesus
no.
Christ.
All right, we're at the 90-minute mark.
Yeah.
Folks, God bless. By the way, I'm going to repeat this.
Thank you for everybody.
If you're subscribed to one channel, you should be subscribed to all 3. Do it after the show. We love you all. Everybody who has joined somebody's channel, gifted, tipped, rumble chatted, you're all awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes.
We do this for you. So Thank you for appreciating us.
Real quick, what do you got to promote, Eric?
Well, we were going to have a pretty good guest on Wednesday night, but he had to cancel on us. So Tom Tullis, the bull-headed freak from Fat Dragon Games, is not going to be a guest talking about his Kickstarter on Wednesday. But in any case, every day on the Tavern, there's going to be a long-form video. Fridays is the members-only video. And, of course, live streams Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Some Sundays. I don't have a life. But I have a wife, and she loves me, and she lets me do this shit.
And you have wine and cheese coming up.
I got wine and cheese and YouTube videos coming up after this.
Jess Angels is wondering if I am gay, according to that comment. No, I just like to go to a good time. So, and gay, I don't care what the fuck you say. Whoever's been to a gay bar, if you've ever been to a gay bar, that is the biggest fucking greatest good fucking time there is in the world.
I didn't know I was in a gay bar when I went there. I had a sergeant I was friends with who happened to be gay. She was gay. I was like, and she's like, "Oh, you doing anything today?" I'm like, "No, I'm off." She goes, "Oh, come out to Flushing at this bar." I'm like, before the internet was big and we could Google everything. So
yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, it's pretty cool." They had good beer on tap, nice atmosphere. Then I had this guy wanting to buy me a drink. Then I went, and I'm watching Teresa. She's laughing because she knows I'm straight. She's laughing. I'm like,
that's funny.
Yeah,
set this up.
A friend of mine and I, up in Cambridge, we wandered into a lesbian bar by mistake.
Oh boy!
And I have never drunk a beer that quickly to get the hell out of someplace.
Yeah, gay bars back in the day before everybody was gay. I guess you know what I mean. Before more people as a percentage are gay now than they were 25 years ago. Before it used to be like a gay bar was a place of safety, and you got looked out for because you walked out and you got your shit kicked out of you because you were gay. That's the vibe it was back then. But once you got into there, everybody was very relaxed and it was a good, fun time because gay men of a certain age who are all about in their 50s or 60s now, back then when they were younger, holy shit, are they fucking unrestrained in what they say about anything and everybody. A bunch of queenie bitches, and they're so much fun. So, yeah, it was always a good time. And, Joe, you had a question there because I was wondering about this, Joe, too, before we leave. You had the question about
transitioning only to YouTube.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
I
am not in fact transitioning only to YouTube. I just asked my Patreon folks what they would think about it.
Okay,
so it's just a question that was asked. It's not nothing happening.
Are you transitioning any other way, Joe?
You'll never know.
All right. On that
note. All right. Night, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Seeing everybody in the chat. Joe, Eric.
Thank you, man.
Awesome as always.
Always.